That's right. The award show started about 4 minutes ago, and it is happening kind of. The Hollywood Foreign Press Association has been the subject of scandals, obviously, over the past year, so much so that NBC, the network that airs the Golden Globes every year, dropped the broadcast entirely. The ceremony, like I said, is still taking place. It's starting now, about 4 minutes ago. It's at the same location that it does every year, the Beverly Hilton Hotel in Beverly Hills, so without a red carpet, without the boozy celebration, and without any of the celebrities. Just going back a little bit to explain why this is happening this year. Many people potentially assuming COVID, but that is actually not the case. It's scandals that started last year, around the time of last year's award ceremony, with investigations by the Los Angeles Times and the New York Times. Most notably, some of the things that were sent out were invitations to sets that could affect the Hollywood Foreign Press votes. And swaying of those votes, and more importantly, the lack of diversity in its membership. Most notably, the HFPA did not have any black voters. So the association has since announced that the new rules have admitted 21 members, including more journalists of color, but that doesn't really appear to be enough for NBC. Last May, the network that airs the ceremony and allows us to see what is going on during the ceremony stated that the organization needs more time to do things right, and a change that big requires a lot more time and work. So they decided to pull out of actually holding anything this year to see what the Hollywood Foreign Press Association decides to do.
Now, as we mentioned, the results have started coming through, and I could ask you for a few of the winners, but what I'm instead going to say is that given what's happening, does anyone really care?
That's right. We have it's a great question, because we have two of the winners coming through right now that I can report. Best performance by an actress in a supporting role in any motion picture. That was Ariana DeBose for West Side Story. And then the second, it hasn't actually come through. I'm looking live right now on Twitter and on the site, and that one hasn't come through. They said that they would announce the first two. So we have one so far. But really, does anyone care? That is the big question. A lot of the actors and actresses that have been nominated, a lot of the major studios have pulled out. They haven't really even acknowledged the nominations that were announced a few months ago. So just to kind of give you an overview, because they are still actually happening, here are a few of the favorites to win. On the film side, Belfast and The Power of the Dog dominated with 7. Jane Champion is favored to win Best Director for The Power of the Dog. Kristen Stewart is favored to win for Best Actress for her role in Diana. And Will Smith predicted to win for his role in King Richard. Again, nobody's actually there to accept these awards, so it will be interesting to see if anybody will even acknowledge their victory this year or pretend like nothing happened. And it also begs a bigger question in general, which I interestingly enough, is, are award shows quickly becoming a thing of the past? So a lot of these award shows have been postponed because of COVID. Now, are they going to pick up next year with all of these scandals with the Hollywood Foreign Press Association and people really distancing themselves, including Amazon, Netflix, Warner Media? They cut ties with the organization. Is the Hollywood Foreign Press Association going to be able to revamp and come back for next year?